Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Old Guy Farms Single Player Challenge. We're in day 4 of winter in year 3. We are down to 3 episodes left, and we need to earn some money because we just don't have enough. And I was thinking earlier, why on earth am I trying to drive up in these hills and cut trees when I deliberately left a whole bunch of trees down on the lowlands just for this occasion? So that's the first thing we're going to do today, is move our logging stuff down into the low flatlands so that we can cut trees a heck of a lot easier than trying to deal up here in the hills with this snow. Alright, and just so we don't leave any money on the table, I'm going to go ahead and pick up our eggs. And all right, let's get down here in the lowlands where it's easier to get to our trees, because we are obviously still sliding. And we're just going to start here and just work around and just cut some trees up. Then we'll bring our truck down once we get a few cut here. If we look at our forecast, we have rain tomorrow. Rain will hopefully incentivize this snow to go away. That would be really awesome. Hey Sean, how are you doing? So I'm going to be quiet for a little bit because I had cut up an apple right before I went on. I didn't get it all to eat, and then I realized that I wouldn't be able to eat my apple while I was streaming because you all would hear just this, you know, crunching and chunking. And so I'm going to mute my mic and chop down this apple real quick, and meanwhile you all can just watch me cut some more trees. Nothing exciting, just some more tree logging. Well, that was fun. So obviously we're not going to be able to go up much of a bank. This Scorpion King doesn't seem to have the traction that the, well, I guess this is the Ergo. It doesn't seem to have the traction that the Scorpion King had. Of course, we didn't have all this snow to deal with in the other two winters. Hey Delta Bravo, hey Ed, hey Hendry. As you can see, we are at, if you didn't catch yesterday's stream, we are at 5.8 million because we sold 900,000, almost $1 million worth in bales yesterday. And we were up in the hills doing our logging, and then I realized that there's no reason for me to be up there when I could just come down here and get the easy wood. There we go, come on. This one doesn't want to cut either. Well, I'll just leave you then. I don't need to do that. I'm sorry to hear that, Ed. I did not have peanut butter with the apple, Eli. I actually had some poor planning. I shouldn't have cut that thing up with just a few minutes before I decided to go live. But we did deliberately leave these easy to get to trees in past years for the explicit reason that we might have snow to deal with. Alright. I think we'll go ahead and get the truck down here and see if we can't pick this up, and it should be about a load from what we've got on the truck so far. I'm gonna slow them down while we're at it. The biggest part about trying to log up here is to trying to get up that hill. We nearly got stuck about 3 times yesterday. There we go. We gotta like the front wheel drive on this truck. Very, very realistic, of course. We gotta go back to the left side. Alrighty. So what do you all think our final number will be? Remember, we still have to sell those fields. And we still need to sell our equipment that we've got here. Now the only thing we actually own is the truck and the greenhouses. Everything else is leased. So I'm curious as to what you think we all will, what we'll have at the end of the day on Saturday, or on Sunday, sorry. And earlier today, I thought it would be cool if the other folks that have been involved with the challenge, either currently or in the past, would, if they were free, I thought it'd be cool if they could kind of join in on the grand festivities on Sunday for the sell-off and the grand total. So I extended an invite out to them if they wanted to join me in voice chat for the final episode. They were more than welcome to do that. Thought that'd be pretty cool. All right, before we get over there, let's unload this and reload it so it's nice and neat. And the log I want to get away is always the last log to leave. And that is not so nice of a load, but oh well. Sean says 6.9 or 7. Eli, I think 6.4. Run. Now our money earning is going to be reduced by our problems with getting around. We won't be able to drive as quick as we want to, so we'll have to the trips to the sawmill will be slower. So I think a good day would be if we could make 2 trips to the sawmill. Oh, Sean says he can't see what he's got now. We've got 5.8 million currently. still own fields 11, 12, 14, 15, 22, 23, 24, and 26. So we get to sell all of that land on the last day, and we'll sell our truck on the last day. I plan on selling the greenhouses once they empty. We sold our telehandler the other day. We sold the manure pit. We don't need sunflowers. Henry says 8.4. Wow, that's a lot more than I think we'll get. That's pretty optimistic. I'm thinking somewhere between 6.5 and 7 myself. If you guess the closest, you win the acknowledgement that you were the best guesser on this particular quest. But you can see basically how much snow we've got by how it's piled up there. So that's a couple layers indeed. And as we drive on it, we think we crush a layer until it's down to one layer. And now one layer of snow really doesn't impact our ability to get around. But I think traction starts to go away once we have 2 and definitely 3 layers. Ed has been very good guessing. So, he's pretty much the best guesser we've had in, as far as consistency. I don't know if you can see the crushing of the snow layer. Ah, look. That Bronco passed us again. Well, we might as well get these. So Henry thinks the fields are between 1.5 and 2 million. I don't remember. I think the big field was like, was it like 400,000? Was the big field 400,000 when I bought it? I don't remember. Can we make our way up here to this one? Nope. Traction loss. I don't know what you get back. I forget. Guess we'll find out when we get back on Sunday. For sure. They're not even worth trying to cut. Hey Chris, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Just trying to pad our bank account a little bit. Dealing with some snow. This is actually the first snow that we've had in the challenge that actually has accumulated anything. All the other snow events have just left a dusting on the ground. So as such, our traction never was a problem. But as you can see now, we are definitely leaving tracks in the ground from the snow. Did you get everything you needed to figure out on the game save from last night? Did you figure out how to make your changes? There we go. There's no problem. Figured if it'll help you, it might help somebody else later, so it's not really cheating when Giants makes it so easy to modify those things. Was your CPU really high usage? Do you think it was the mods you put in that were causing high CPU usage or something? Yeah, I don't know who had suggested that there be a way to... someone had suggested also that there be a way to put salt down, like with a fertilizer spreader. Yeah, someone to mod a fertilizer spreader that then basically puts salt down on the road. And maybe the act of doing that caused one layer of snow to melt off of the road, and maybe you could only apply salt once a day or something. So if you had multiple layers, you had to apply it multiple days before the salt would melt the snow off the road. What does 64 translate to Fahrenheit? Oh, I really thought that tree was bigger. Let's see here. Paddle, Poppin', we'll just call you Paddle. Asks, in real life, does the sodium and chloride levels increase on the sides of the roads and kill off the plant matter? Not really, because it's all obviously during winter, and there's usually a fair amount of rain and snow melt to basically thin all that out by the time the plants start to come out of their dormancy state. So I've never really seen it noticeably have a dead line right next to the road. I mean, usually what's right next to the road anyway is a bunch of weeds and grass, nothing really super desirable. Chris asks, with the amount of mods I have running and the amount of maps I am playing, run the temp up. Well, you're only going to be playing one map at a time, so that wouldn't do much. Now, when you boot the game up, it does load to some degree every mod that's in the mod folder. So it loads it into memory, or it does something with it. So in theory, the more mods you have in the mod folder, the more memory the game will use. I've been wanting to take this dead tree out since the first day of the challenge. Oh no! Oh no! That's awful. Well, that could have been a whole lot worse. That could have been a whole lot worse. But that there, kids, is why you don't play right on the railroad tracks. And it's also why it's more entertaining to have the loco, the train mod in, than to not have the train mod in. So did you all see the cut sheets on the 2 platinum DLC implements that they put out today? I wonder if I'll be able to get to. I don't know if I'll be able to get to those trees. We'll just go this way. I mean, it might be that the, I mean, you could always deactivate the 2 mods that you put in and see if that helped the temperature at all. You know, it's possible that maybe the mod's got some type of bad scripting in it that's causing it to overutilize resources. Or it could just be that the thermal paste on the CPU is starting to go out, causing the cooling to not be as efficient. So Giants put up the 2 cut sheets. They put up the fact sheet on the small Massey Ferguson tractor. And then they put a cut sheet up for the, I think it's a Sapporo or some S brand fertilizer spreader. Or should I say fertilizer sprayer spreader. Because this particular model can do both liquid and solid. So basically it can become a, you just buy it and then you can spread liquid or solid, whichever you choose. So that's pretty cool. It showed the capacities and everything. When I had heard that the spreader would do both, I kind of had thought that maybe it was like a config option in the store. Oh, sweet. I could barely grab them. So I had thought maybe it was a configurable option in the store where you, when you bought it, you picked that you wanted it to either do solid or liquid. But apparently it stores both. And I guess you could load both, and somehow in the F1 menu you select maybe which one you want to dispense. Yeah, I'm probably going to break traffic. It's probably going to be stuck there for the rest of the game, or the game session. Should probably get the truck. We're gonna go and get the truck and start picking some stuff up. You said the CPU was high. It wasn't the graphics, right? It was the CPU itself was high. That's good enough. Let's go get some more. Oh, the GPU is hot. I don't even know how to look at my GPU temperature. I got a 960. Do you have to install something? I'd be kind of curious what it gets up to when I do my encoding, because I use it to speed up my video encoding when I'm rendering out videos. And I'm rather excited that I can encode it near real time. It's a little faster than real time, so a 30-minute video renders in about 27 minutes. The GPU-Z software. right side. Well, fine, we'll just pick these up. Alright, we're going to sell this load. Alright, see you later, Henry. It might be. I don't know. Maybe you're. Maybe you need to clean your case out a little bit. Maybe the GPU's the fins on the GPU heatsink are dirty. Maybe it's been that temperature for a while and you just never noticed. Alright, we're up to 5.9 million now. And we're only going to do logging for the rest of this game day and tomorrow. We're not going to log a single thing on the 6th game day. Well, at least this trailer doesn't have drive. The trailer we used yesterday for the bales, when we were stuck, we could see the rear wheels on the trailer spinning as if it had drive, but this trailer doesn't do that. There we go. So we're going to take a few trees out over on this side, and then we're going to call it a day once it gets to 8 o'clock. And then we'll fast forward into tomorrow. Oops. That's what I wanted to hit. I didn't want to cycle through the cameras real fast. Oh no. But I can see how Grizzly Bear Sims would have been quite frustrated from all this snow. It does pose for a bit of a navigational challenge. Definitely slows one's money making down. So I'll have to check out that the GPU-Z software, because now I'm just a little curious. Because when I'm doing streaming, I've got it set to the GPU render, so I'm not just running the game off the graphics card. I'm actually encoding the stream off the graphics card. So Ed, did you say that you were doing this, you were kind of playing this challenge on the side? Or someone was saying that they were basically doing this kind of, you know, offline as just their own little thing? Yeah, I knew about the CPU one, because it gives you like stats and stepping and all that other fun jazz on your CPU. But I don't think I knew about the GPU one. Do we have anybody here doing the 24-day play? Come on, get on up in there. I was definitely around the trunk on that one. Let's turn around here and come at it from a different angle. There we go. There's Jeremy. Is it Jeremy or Jeremiah? It's one of the J words. Hey Joe, how are you doing? Epic failures. Oh no. And you gave me such good advice on the first and second year of this. Alright, it's after 8, so we're just going to go ahead and load up this trailer. Now we're stuck. Let's see if that helps. Well, it just helped me get on top of another log. There, come on. It's we're thoroughly stuck. There we go. Alright, come on. Alright, let's just call that a load. And then we'll sell this, and we'll call it a stream. Unload here. Alright, let's take a look at our dollars. What we did, we made $100,000 on wood, even though we had horrible driving around. Property income is down a wee bit. We had a fair bit of leasing costs because we are leasing the Scorpion and this trailer. But we still cleared about 100 and what was it? 100 and almost $120,000. Mark was lurking in chat. Hey Mark, how you doing? It was a bit out of control, so I just decided I might as well just slide right on through. It worked. There we go. Alright. So we're going to get out. We're going to save this up. We're going to go to sleep for another day. Alright, so it is day 5. We have one more. This is the final day we're going to log. We're going to log tomorrow. And that's it. Then on Sunday, we're going to return the Scorpion King. We're going to return this bad boy. We're going to sell this. We're going to sell any property we still own. And we're going to see what our dollar value is at the end of the day. No, we're not even going to wait till the end of the day. We're just going to sell it all. Then who knows what we'll do. We'll probably just chat it up for a little bit. Alright, so guys, that's it for the night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. So until next time, I guess I gotta quit out of here, don't I? So until next time, guys, happy farming.